Rites of Passage. A deal's a deal. The air still sizzled with dissipating soul fire as the Guardian and Ikora knelt beside Eris. An eruption of light illuminated the thick smoke behind them, and Savathun rose again, laughing. "I suppose I had that coming," the towering god said as she rubbed her renewed throat. She slowly tilted her head. "Something's different," she said carefully. "I don't feel her." Imaru darted up to Savathun's eye level. "After she took your power, Eris called up Xivu's throne world and did something that cut her off from it." He floated to Savathun's shoulder and glared down at Eris. "Banished from her own throne world?" Savathun cackled gleefully as she approached. "Eris, you overachiever, how I love you. I wound you up, and you ran right over her." Savathun crouched, peering at Eris's collapsed form with intense curiosity. "I'm surprised expending that much power didn't kill you outright," she said, "though it explains why you're back in that awful little meat body of yours." Eris propped herself up on one elbow. Ikora moved to help her rise, but Eris waved her off. "Our bargain is complete," she said. "Your sister has been dealt with, and you live again." "Now," Eris demanded, her uncovered eyes glowing fiercely, "tell us how to follow the witness." "Tell you?" Savathun frowned, her voice edged with disappointment. "I already showed you." Ikora leapt to her feet, roaring void energy distorting the air around her. She took a measured step towards Savathun. "No tricks, no riddles, no lies twisted around the truth," she said, her voice firm. "Tell us now, or I don't have any reason to let you leave here alive." Savathun slowly drew herself to her full height and grinned down at Ikora, spreading her wings wide. "Eris may have managed an interesting sword logic stunt, but I have lost none of my power." She began to hover, her talons dragged across the ground as she floated toward the warlock. "You're in no position to stop me." The Guardian rose from Eris's side. "I am," they said. Savathun paused for a long moment, her ossified face unreadable. Finally she sighed. "Just when you were starting to impress me," she said as she closed her wings and stooped to Ikora's height. Imaru bobbed awkwardly to keep level with her. "We both need to stop the witness, and to that end I have given you what I promised," she said slowly. "You will find you have it when you are ready. Like Eris said, our bargain is complete. There's no need for drama." Ikora gritted her teeth. Savathun shrugged. "Pout all you like, Ikora," she said. "It's not a trick, and if you won't take my word for it, then—" Savathun looked around the ritual space of her throne world. Her eyes settled on Imaru, and she smiled. "Take him." "What?" sputtered Imaru. Savathun ignored him. "Take Imaru, my loyal ghost, my connection to the light," she continued, dropping to one knee in supplication. "I leave him with the vanguard willingly. So if you would rather give me my final death than stop the witness—" Savathun closed her claws in a fist. "Crunch," she purred. "Capiche?" Imaru flew between Savathun and Ikora. "Don't I get a say in this?" he shouted. "No," Savathun laughed. "You have your orders, and the rest of you—" She gestured at Ikora, the Guardian, and Eris, who had drawn herself unsteadily to her feet. "Don't mess this up. The witness wants to sweep our pieces from the board, and we're having such a lovely game." Savathun turned, wings trailing like a gown, and Ikora took a half step forward. The Guardian was at her side in an instant. Eris placed a hand on Ikora's shoulder. "Don't." "Take care of yourself, Eris," Savathun said. "It was such fun seeing your mask slip." The delighted laughter of the Queen of Lies echoed through the ritual chamber as she vanished down the long hallway.